Hello all. Today I'm going to talk about the Coalesce operator. So Coalesce operator is basically it is similar to if-else condition. If this is true, do this. Otherwise, else block. The same way in a graph database, you do that. So let's take a one good example. So g dot v of 3. So there's a vertex id is 3, whatever the values are there. So then Coalesce, okay, so Coalesce and out vertex fly. There are no out vertices, okay, and if this vertex has an out, then it travels at this one. Otherwise, it goes to the next part. So that is the in edge in vertex. So comma contains right that value map. So if you say it, the results is coming from these two results are coming from in vertices. So the call is basically look for this. If that is not exist, then go to this part and pull these vertices and it shows a value. So again, if you can see individual out fly, there are no records, there are no vertices for outfly, but if you take a look, contains, this should be a in, not out, okay? So there are two records. So let's apply the value map on this. So you see the same results. So the Coalesce operator is doing similarly like this. So it applies first, if there is a out, then show the out vertices. So in this case, we don't have an out vertices. That's the reason it moved to the in vertices and it shows the in vertices. This is a query based. So the other version of the Coalesce is you can add a vertex if the vertices doesn't exist. If the vertices exist, then update the properties of that particular vertex. Let's see that part also. Okay. Okay, so the next version of Coalesce operator is add a new vertex or update the existing properties. So in real-time situation, like if you are taking the Uber, so Uber, you texted Uber, I need to go from here to there. So they respond like sending them, okay, so your ride is going to be available in a 5 minutes. So there is an event happens. So then it creates a graph and it adds the vertex. And then few minutes, the Uber is arrived your place. There is a one more event happens. So then look for that vertex is already available. Then update the your ride properties. If it is not there, then create the vertex at the same time and then add the properties. So those kind of situations where you exactly want to use this Coalesce operator. So this is a very helpful operator in real time. Let's see the example of adding a new vertex here. So when you go with the Coalesce operator for adding the new vertices, so you have to use the fold operator. So fold out operator, it returns a empty list. So let's say look, g.v has code. So there is an airport code. So there are many airport codes like Newark, LAX, and something else. Let's think about it. The new code came into picture like that, XYZ, but there is no airport code like this, XYZ. Okay, so if this vertex exists, do something action. If this vertex is not exist, then create it. Okay, so then I'm going to do a fold operator. So think about if there is no vertex. Okay, so the fold operator returns empty one. So the Coalesce operator is doing the job. Okay, so if the call is, if that vertices exist, okay, so what I'm doing is unfold, so it expands your results, okay. Otherwise, add vertex, so then give the label name code, okay, and then whatever the value you want to add it, like, so if it is an airport, use airport and then add a property, okay, code comma x y z, then press enter. So now if you say it, so there is a vertex created here, so the xyz vertices now exist. Let's see code comma xyz, you see this. So let's apply the value map. So there is only one code, okay. So what it happens just now is, so it applies this filter, okay, there is no xyz vertex, and then I'm applying the fold, which it returns the empty results, then it applies a Coalesce operator, it unfolds the results, that is the empty one, there is no one, right. So then this one is unfolds the traverser, that is the existing vertex, so we don't have an existing vertex, then it moves to the add vertex. So add vertex, it adds a new vertex and adding the property code xyz, right. So that is adding a new vertex. So what if I want to create a vertex and then add properties, or if the vertices exist, update the properties, right. So we can combine these two commands in one query, that is a using Coalesce, okay. Okay, let's see creating and updating in the same Coalesce, okay. So I'm just using the g.v has code ppp, so there is no vertex, right. So then fold dot Coalesce, okay, Coalesce and unfold, because there is no vertex of ppp comma, and then add vertex, okay, so the label is airport, then outside of the Coalesce operator I'm going to use the property. So the property is just I'm taking one single, so because I want to add only one value, so that code is ppp, okay, and then add another property saying that single runways comma 3, then press enter. So if you see the vertex ID, so it's created a new vertex ID, okay. So in the prior query I queried that based on the code ppp, but there is no ppp here, it written nothing. So then I apply the Coalesce, so if this code is exist, this vertices exist, update these two properties. If this code is not exist, then create a new vertex. So that's a query about it, okay. So let's take a look again whether it is created or not. So value map true, so the id is 53775 and the label is airport and code is ppp and runways are 3. Now the same query I'm going to apply it, okay, but I'm removing the code, I don't want to update the code, just I want to run runways updates, okay. So I'm going to update runways from 3 to 5, so it returns the same id again. So let's see the results of query, okay. So now the runways are 5, so it just updated, it's not created any new vertex here. So that's a call is combining creating new vertex and updating the existing vertex. That's it, thank you.